Well, I suppose I better talk for those who are watching this on the replay. This is me having a go at my very first live. And yeah, let's see if anybody joins. Or it'll just be me on my own, eating my nuts. You've got to remember, the camera's over here. But the stats, oh, there's somebody here. Hello, whoever this may be. And welcome to my #1 first live. I don't really know what I'm doing, whoever it is. I am just sitting here, drinking my coffee and chilling out. I don't know. Actually, if people are seeing, if you can fire up a message, I want to see how it comes up my end, because I don't know how it shows. So if anybody could, that'd be great. And I've got a message bar here. Live chat. Anybody messaging? Oh, we have someone here. Hi, James. Thank you. It works. HB, you're here as well. Hello. Welcome to my very first live where I don't really know what I'm doing, but we are here. Live in Ramsgate. Sitting in my car, drinking a decaf, eating nuts and pork scratchings. So, living the high life. Hi, Edward. Tonight we're in Ramsgate. We are up on the Ramsgate prom, because I'm going to be doing my run tomorrow morning. So it's a run-based car camp. We're on top of the prom, although I did see somewhere really nice down on the seafront, but it was a bit dodgy down there. So I've opted for a 4% gradient, which is where I am now. But it's quite nice here. It's very quiet. I don't think I'm going to get pestered by the customary boy racers that I always seem to have joys experiencing. But yeah, but I just wanted to see how this worked. Just give it a go. I had to go on a mission to find a phone charger. I left mine at home, but luckily there are shops open in Ramsgate at this time of night. So we did find some. But yeah, so I've got loads planned for this live. I'm going to do nothing except drink a cup of coffee and hope somebody messages and carries on talking. Otherwise, he's just going to hear me babbling to myself for however long. Always thought you were a bit nuts. Well, that would be the joys of the keto diet. No crisps now, just nuts. Although my nuts have gone, I have eaten them. But the advantage of going out to get that phone cable, I do now have some rather lovely pork scratchings, which are the keto alternative of crisps. But yeah, but how are people? How is the we have a whole 2 people here. So well, that's 2 more than none, I suppose. So I can't complain for my first live. Is everybody good? Oh, no one's good. But yeah, so not a lot to really show you in terms of the car, is it? I mean, you're all familiar with my little car, so you know that setup. Obviously, it's a very interesting experience doing this, talking live to people. Very strange. It's like talking to myself. Well, it's much like filming, isn't it? Just chatting to myself. The only difference with this, I can't edit out anything I talk that is crap. It's in forever. Oh, nice. Where you off? Oh, of course. So where are you off tomorrow, James? Because you're planning on doing the south coast, isn't it? So that's kind of this vicinity, maybe. Kent side. And HB, was that you've got your power pack now and it's keeping you warm? Oh, my first lifelike. Isle of Grain. Oh, okay. Isle of Grain. I should know where the Isle of Grain is. I can't check on my phone, obviously, because I'm using my phone to do this. That should be nice and seafronty, I'm guessing. Isle of Grain. Where is the Isle of Grain? I say, I should know. I don't. Well, I've lasted 5 minutes. So that's cool. Oh no, Kent Coast. Oh. Oh, okay. So I should know really, because that is literally just up the road from me, James. I mean, in terms of myself, that's probably somewhere I want to go, not more so Minster and all that. And what's it called? Can't remember the place name, but Minster and Sheppey and all that. Some places I haven't been before, but that's so close to me. I think where they're doing those roadworks on Junction 5 just makes it a bit of a pain in the backside as far as the M20 is concerned. Many thanks, Yorkshire Tink. Thanks for joining. And thank you, HB. Yes, we're on 6 minutes now. This is totes amazeballs, as they say. Very strange. But yeah, no, you're going to have, you're going to have a good one, James. So I'm guessing you've got all your kit together. You're all prepped and ready and got your vlogging camera ready to film it. So who else? So who's the fourth person? We've got HB, James, Yorkshire Tink, and 5. Well, that's 5 more than none. Yeah, I had to go on a mission to get a phone cable, I think I said, because I didn't have one. So I just put a post on the community to say I couldn't do this because I'd left it on the sofa as my wifey let me know. Oh, Edward. Oh, cool. So you can see who's on. I can't see, I don't think. No. I don't want to press the wrong button in case I lose it. Save, highlight, mute mode. No, I can't see the list. Hello. Hello, CA. How are you? I don't know if there's a delay on me talking and you're... Oh, no, so you've got to type your answer, isn't it? I suppose. But yes, so I had my little adventure to find a phone cable. But with the joys of Google, I found 3 shops locally, a Co-op, a Londis, and a Tesco's. And luckily for me, Londis were the purveyors. Well, I've hidden it away. I didn't know you was live. Yes, it's my first time. The idea, because the problem is, as I found out last time in Canterbury, lives are very much dependent on 4G signal. So I didn't want to say I was going to do it tonight in case it didn't work after Canterbury. But because I've got a little bit, I think 1 or 2 bars 4G here, so I thought I'd just fire it up and give it a go and see how it goes, just to lose my YouTube live cherry, because it had to be done at some point. And here we are. So you all get to sit in the car Nandi watch. You're wondering where he's got. Yes, my car probably 70,000. I did used to watch Wandering Where more than what I do now. So I did watch him probably when he first started off. But to be honest, I don't tend to watch a lot of people nowadays. There's only a small amount of people who I watch. I spend too much time doing YouTube stuff as it is. So no, but I do dip in every now and again. So Wandering Where every now and again. Brendan Explores, I dip into him and his Citroen every now and again. But Maltz is my main man. He's currently backpacking around Korea. If anyone else is watching him, he's a very chilled watch. He was a stealth car. He was the king of the stealth car camp, is what I called him when he went around Europe in his little tiny Skoda Citigo. And now he is backpacking around South Korea. He's now the king of the wild camp, as far as I'm concerned. He's had his little tenty thing that he's got in his backpack, and he did a 9-day wild camp through the mountains of Seoul. Very cool. But who else am I watching at the minute? It's not a lot. Full Transit Connect Camper, I don't think you're on, because you would have mentioned, but I watch him when he posts. But he's been naughty and he's not done a van camp for a while. And of course, Dean's Destinations. But again, he's not been posting for a while, sadly. So yeah, there's not too many. And then obviously there's the channels Tom and Lauren Travels. So all the people who I tend to put in my Matt's Corner, who I say to you to watch, these are people who I genuinely watch. It's a bit of entertainment by comparison. I'm missing. What about Will? Will's whereabouts I dip in and dip out of. I liked Will when he was in his car, and that's the thing, I suppose. I'm more drawn to car campers than I am fan campers. But with Will, I enjoyed his Galaxy stuff. Yeah, no, exactly. He's okay. I mean, myself and Dean and Ian, Full Transit Connect, all do communicate. Oh, and also Field of View Adventures. I watch him quite a lot as well. In fact, Field of View Adventures is doing really well. If you watch his channel, he's had a couple of really successful videos, and his subs have really blown up to from, well, at one point we were the same, so we were on 1K piece or just under, and now he's on pushing 3,000. I am both van and car. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, because I use a car, I'm kind of more drawn to the car. So when Will was in his Galaxy, I really enjoyed those. That was cool. But then he did the van build series, and the problem is I haven't got a van, and I'm never going to have a van, because at the end of the day, this is what I always say, this is my family car. So it doubles as a camper. It's actually family use. But I think for Will, where he did the he did the van build for so long, I just kind of stopped watching. And to be honest, the whole thing of, oh, Mandy, love it. Hello, Mandy. This sounds familiar. I think I've seen you message before in terms of sleeping in the car and being a nurse. I'm sure that sounds familiar. But yeah, no, car camping's cool. It is ace. But in terms of Will, yeah. So the point is with Will, I dip in and I dip out. I sometimes watch, I sometimes don't. But unfortunately, as I've kind of often said, I'm not a big fan of the mid-roll advert. So I am drawn away from channels that have mid-rolls. But I think for Will, it's the double bubble that it's van. Yeah, no, absolutely, HB. It is. I mean, but that's the point. If you watch one of my very early videos about why I car camp, or reasons why I car camp, I kind of say in there that I never aimed for this to be. Yeah, true. It was. I've never. This is not a permanent full-time thing for me. It will never be a full-time thing. I do this for fun. This is my hobby. And the problem with when you're a full-time YouTuber, then at the end of the day, you have the stress of finding sponsors. So it's not just about the adverts that you get in your mid-roll ads and your start and your end. You have to get your sponsors in to sponsor your adverts or sponsor your videos. You have to do your weekly schedule to keep people watching. You become very focused on watchers and subscribers and everything else. And to be honest, to be permanent full-time is just, it's not fun. It's a job at the end of the day. And I know people want to be YouTubers because they think it's all cool. But actually, I think to do that full-time, and actually people that watch Will know he'll regularly talk about this side of YouTube. And I've seen a few of those videos. He's done one recently where he's just taken a break, but it's come back now. But the reality is, yeah, no, that is the problem for the likes of Will, where this is his full-time job. Yeah. Yeah, so the point is, it's much better being the way that I am, which is I don't have a schedule. I film what I want to film. I upload what I want to upload. I don't care if I get 50 views or 800 views. Excellent. But yeah, so it's much better being more of a hobby-based YouTuber come car camper. It's a lot less stressful and it's just more fun. And you don't have to worry about ads in the stuff. And actually, in terms of sponsorship deals, whilst I did that one Wolfwise thing, I'm actually not doing any more of those now. I've decided, because yeah, at last, Ian's here. Everybody, Ian, Full Transit Connect Camper, everyone moan at Ian for not doing a car camp and get him to do a video soon. But what was I saying? Yeah, so in terms of myself, I haven't really said this in any videos as such. I think I've said it in a couple of comments. I did the Wolfwise video, but to be honest, I'm not going to do no more. I think what's good... Yes, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. What I like about the videos that I do, or the reviews that I do, is that they're actually items that I've bought and I use. And as much as I'd like to take down the Wolfwise advert or video, I can't, because I've actually agreed to do the video for the products, blah, blah, blah. But going forward, I mean, I've actually got one item that I was sent, which I tried to send back, but they said, oh, just do something. I said, no, I don't want to. So I've got one item that I'm never going to film what it is. I'm never going to use it either, because that's the point. When you start doing sponsored deals, you end up doing whatever comes along and whoever gives you something. Ah, cool. So this is the thing, we're all car campers here. Love it. Well, it makes sense. I'm a car camping channel, so it would make sense that I have the car campers here. With the exception of yourself, Ian, you are the interloper, but you're kind of halfway between car and big van, so we'll call you a large car for argument's sake. Wow, we're still going. 16 minutes. That's as long as a video. Of course, plot spoiler for the video. I actually used my stove in the car today. And I've not graduated yet. Is that graduated as in graduated, or graduated as in doing it? I'm guessing graduated as in you've not done your first car camp. Tips on keeping warm. Well, I mentioned this on my last car camp I did, on the second version, on the extended version. Basically, weirdly, what I find is large car, yes, mate, to be in a... Yes, absolutely, James. Tomorrow will be your big day. Oh, yeah, Matt is sleeping in a palace then. Yes, this is proper palatial. But no, the way I keep warm is, well, to be honest, I've been car camping now for over a year. And as you'll know, I tend to go once a month thereabout, sometimes twice if I'm lucky. But ultimately, I've never had a problem with cold. So on the last video, I did that little skit that I didn't put in the first one, but I put it in the chatty version, because weirdly, I don't think I've ever had a problem with being cold. So I always have my blankie here. So my blankie is always under the sleeping bag. And I have a fairly decent Van Gogh sleeping bag, which, to give you a rating on it, it is a 8 degrees to 20 degrees Celsius. So it's a decent enough sleeping bag. But to be honest, that's all I've ever needed. I mean, most nights I don't even sleep in the sleeping bag. I sleep on top of it, but during the middle of the night, I'll then need to get in it. But I think as well, where I have these covers on the window, so these are made out of cardboard and weed fabric. So it's cardboard and then weed fabric over the top, front and back. And these are jammed right into the sides. And then obviously I have that curtain, the blackout curtain that goes across the middle. So I think all in all, you put the blackouts on the windows, which are quite thick to keep the heat in. You have that, and that keeps the heat in. And all in all, it ends up you're sitting in a box. And I think that in itself keeps me warm, is my own warmth in such a small space. But if I ever needed it, I do have a blanket, but I don't think I've ever used it. And I mean, going back to really old car camps, when I always used to say I've got a second sleeping bag in case I need to use it, and I'd never used it, so I stopped taking it, of course. But to be honest, I've never had a problem with being too cold. I've only had an issue with being hot. But even then, I did the video on the Chill Max, which we bought in the heat wave last. That's for home. But to be honest, all I've ever needed for the heat is this, my broken fan. But yeah, so I suppose the tip my tip for how to stay warm is to have decent window covers on and a decent sleeping bag and blocking off. I mean, some people, when they do the central bit, they don't really block it off, but mine is ceiling to floor basically. So it just creates a nice warm little box. I'm just going to move this camera up a little bit. I can feel it starting to fall down. There you go. So yeah, so that's my only tip in terms of staying warm, is insulate your windows, have a decent proper sleeping bag, and keep a blankie in case you ever need it. Oh, it's exhausting, all this talking. Hey Dee. Ah, thank you very much, Dee. That's very kind. I don't think I've ever seen your initial pop up. Yeah, no, that's true. But going back to Dee, sorry, Dee. Yeah, so thanks for commenting, Dee, and thanks for dropping in. I think the way the lives work is you'll see there's a separate tab on my channel, and I think you'll see the feed for the live afterwards. So they're always going to be here. They'll always be available. But thanks for popping in and saying hi, and thanks for the very nice comment. I'd be blushing right now, but you can't see it because of the lights. But yes, HB, you're absolutely right. You love to talk, mate. I know. Well, it's just like filming. Gabbing constantly. The problem is, it's just like filming. This is the only difference being I'm not pressing stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. And it doesn't matter if I say the wrong thing. I think this is what I always do in my car camps, actually. I just chat to the camera, hence the amount of times you have the second extended version because there's so much. And even on the last version, you had the first version, you had the extended version, you had all the shorts that I filmed and the things I put on TikTok, and there's still loads I didn't use. But they would have been quite ranty, so I didn't bother putting them in. It was me ranting about stuff, but I won't go into that. But it's along the lines of mid-roll adverts, like you already got the idea from the start of this and me chatting. But yes, no, in terms of yourself, HB, you bang on. It's better to have too much than not enough. But that's what my little blankie under the blankie under my sleeping bag is for. So if I ever need it, then I've got it. But it's never been an issue. And even now, actually, what's the temperature now? So the temperature here is, we have 13.4, I think that's backwards, isn't it? A couple of that, I can't go down well, Dad. No, because the problem with ranting is you can tell who I'm talking about. That's the problem. So when I do, that's why I didn't include them, because yeah, no, I kind of don't want to go down that road of people trying to work out who I'm ranting about. So no, I kept the rant on the down low in the secret section of my phone, never to be aired ever. Oh, 23 minutes. Wowzers. Well, yeah, so is there anyone around you, mate, or are you parked up on your own? Well, the way Ramsgate works is super interesting, and you'll see this in the video because this is what I've filmed since I've got here. So where I actually am is on top of a cliff, you could say, but you've got the cliff where I'm parked here. You've got residential here. 8 degrees here. I have a cold nose and fingers. No, it's lovely here. It's very toasty. But basically, I'm on top of a cliff, you could say. And then you've got a promenade over here. And the promenade is actually where the run is tomorrow. So the run is doing 4-mile laps around the prom. But then you go off, you walk down the cliff, and then that's where the sea is. And actually, there is free parking all the way down there too. There's a couple of motorhomes down there. But it just felt a bit dodge. Can't explain why. I'm not sure if I'll include that bit in the video, but I certainly filmed myself saying that. But it just felt very strange down there. There's all kids, well, jumping into an abandoned building and up to mischief, shall we say. And it just felt very odd, so even though there were motorhomes there. But where I am here, it is essentially a residential area, but it's only on that side. So whilst there are cars here, there's one car parked straight behind me, but otherwise I'm pretty much on my Todd, it must be said. So I think it's going to be quite quiet. And because I'm not on a main road, so to speak, the traffic should be quite quiet, I think, tonight. There's been a couple of cars going past, but otherwise it's, oh, pardon me, it should be pretty cool. I think the only problem I've got here is the fact that I am on a gradient. There's a camber on the road. Well, there's a car, shook the whole car, but I'm on a camber going that way. So my only issue is I'm lopsided. I want to move this way. But yeah, other than a little bit of lopsidedness, that's not too much to worry about in the grand scheme of things. Of course, if I fall off the cliff when I'm running, that's why, because I'm still pointing that way. So yes. What do I get here? Well, the thing is, and you'll hear this on the video because this is part of it, because we're getting back into the darkness time. So whenever I used to car camp at this time of year last year, I always had to leave work early, basically. I mean, I always work from home. So I've been working from home since before the pandemic hit, so 2 weeks before. But because I work from home, yeah, no, why is that even relevant? So I finish homework early, and then so I take a couple of hours toil or time off or an annual leave or whatever you want to call it. So I finish work 2 hours early. So that meant I at least got here for sunset. Well, this is the thing. This is what, when I got on the bed, it didn't feel so bad. But what I've tended to find in the past is that if there is a camber, as long as it's going left or right, I can lean into it. So I'm hoping by leaning left, it will be okay. The one video I did in Rotham or Rootham, the slopey thumbnail, I actually had to move on that car camp because I felt so sick all night, and I finally woke up at 2 a.m. and I had to move down the road even though I was asleep and all the blackouts were on the car. I still drove and moved because I just felt so sick. If you put your spare blanket rolled up under your mattress. Yeah, no, exactly. Yes, that's a good idea. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think what I could use, and I was gonna go for this basically. So my jumper, just to put something under, because I have got my trusty. Where are they? As you'll know from a very old tips video, or you might have seen it, I always carry these, my little leveling planks of wood. So I have 2 of those, and the idea is, I've never had to use them, the idea is I can jam it under the legs to level myself out, but these are too fat, so these will counter level. Exactly. And this is the point, James. These can be your tip videos, see? You're starting your tutorials already before you've even car camped. Are you happy enough car camping? Have you started to think about? No, never. I'll never go larger than this day. This is because the thing is, for me, I car camp in my family car. So we bought a big car for the kids, basically, and having children. That was the whole reason why we wanted a 7-seater, and also because it's handy because my mum and dad could come out and then when the kids were smaller. But at the end of the day, I car camp in my normal car. So that's the way it works. I mean, yes, I mean, who wouldn't want a larger van? But to be honest, I would never buy one, just because I would never use it during other than this. So it doesn't become a particularly practical mode of transport. Whereas Zafira, as you've seen on previous videos, Lorraine can fit in this too. So both of us can car camp in this. Yes, it's tight, but we've proven the fact that we can do it. So no, the upgrade will never happen unless I win the lottery. So if I win the Euro Millions tonight, and it is it tonight? Yeah, I think tonight's 137 million. So I bought a few tickets. So if I ever win the lottery or the Euro and over 100 million, then yes, I'll upgrade, and I won't even do a van build video. I'll just buy a fully kitted out dogs bollocks van. But in the meantime, I am more than happy in my little low power mode turned off. Cool. So I am more than happy in my Zafira camper. And to be honest, in places like Ramsgate and so many places I've been, you can see the benefits of having a car camper or a small van or whatever, because maybe a large car like yours. Yes, no, that would work, because you do have, it is normal-ish, it's not huge. But the build is the best part of van camp videos. No, well, that's the problem is, though, we were talking about that earlier, and Will's videos, isn't it? The thing is, van build videos on a van is only interesting if you want a van or if you're doing a van. So, well, actually, no, but then if I'm doing, no, you're making me start talking like I want a van and I don't. No, but in another parallel universe where there's another Matt who's making YouTube videos, like tonight, 137 million, you can share that with your fans. Yeah, I'll give you all. So I've got 1,100 subs, so I'll give you all £1,000. But you've got to comment, like, share, and share to at least 5 people. And then once I get to 1 million subs, then deal. I'll give the first 1,000 1,000 each. I'm a maintenance tech, so for me, I enjoy the problem solving. True, and that's the thing. I mean, when I was watching Will's ones originally, so I started watching them, but then I just moved away. So if it's something you're doing, or if it's something you want to do, then it would be more interesting. But I think it's different. There's different types of van builds. So you have Ian, for example, Full Transit Connect Camper, who is lurking here. On his video, I've started to watch Ian after his van was built, so I can go back and watch some of his videos. Whose van build was hilarious, that kept me watching. Yeah, no, exactly. But then, yeah, so in terms of Ian's videos, I enjoy watching those to see how he's done stuff in retrospect, if you see what I mean. So if I want to see how he's built his bed, can't think of the word of it. Ian, what's your bed called? But that bed, then I can watch the video and I can see how it's made. But for me, it just relates to what I'm doing, and I haven't got a van. I'm not building a van, so I don't need to know these things. But if things change in the parallel universe and I get 137 million pounds, then I will watch them, because then it will be useful for me to see how he's doing stuff and the problems he has. But in the interim, no. But I can see why people watch them. I mean, Will has a great personality, charisma, sense of humor, honesty, everything, and that's why he's as successful as he is at the end of the day. Because Transformer bed, that's the one. There is a time delay on this. There must be. Either that, or it took you 5 years to write Transformer bed. But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting what people watch. But I can see from my channel what other people watch, actually. So the people who watch me watch Love Sundays. I mentioned him recently. In fact, I've only just found him recently. He's had a couple of videos that have completely and utterly blown up out of the stratosphere. One video has had 1 million views now, and the other video, which also blew up, and a potty mouth. Yes, he does. He does. All these people on YouTube videos that swear, it's unnecessary. But then anyone will get marks out of 10 if you know the one video I swore on. I bet there is a delay. Yeah, there is. Yeah. So if anybody knows the one video that I've sworn in, it was an F word, then you get marks out of 10 and a gold star. But yes, he does have a potty mouth, and I think people comment about, no, I don't think, people do comment about that quite a lot in his comments when I used to read them. Good evening. Hello, Mike. How are you? How people use family car. Yeah, absolutely, Mandy. And I think the thing is, Zafiras are quite popular in terms of YouTube. There's a lady actually who has a Zafira, Miss M Wales or something. Missy Wales. She's done 2 or 3 videos. So she doesn't film the actual car camps. I don't think she does. I saw the 2 setups, 30-second delay. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, so Missy M Wales, I think it is. If you Google something or check something like that on YouTube, you'll find her. But she's done a nice little build setup. And actually somebody else who just started, did you say flip? I must admit, I don't know which vid. No, I didn't just say flip. It was much more ruder. And no one commented on the fact that I actually swore on it. I never swear on these videos. I'm far too nice for that. I never swear in real life, honestly. But no, it was a short. I'll let you in on the game. It was a short. It was the one where I faked the someone's knocking video. I did swear on that and I left it in there, but no one noticed it. I was most disappointed. So I'm going off on so many tangents, I forget what I'm talking about. but yes, so the likes of, that's it, was talking about the comment about watching people doing their car camp stuff. And I think that's why I actually do so many tutorials, to be honest, because my tutorials do better than my car camps. Unbelievable, if you're looking at views and subscribers. Yeah, all my tutorials do so much better than car camps. In fact, I'm just going to quit car camping. You can see the thumbnail. Thumbnail. You can see the thumbnail now. You can see the thumbnail now, can't you? I quit car camping. No, but it is. But that's why I enjoy doing these, because I get so many comments from people, even if they don't go on to watch the car camps, just to see what you can do in a couple. Yes, I is. And actually, what do you think this is on? There's a spate of YouTube campers making out they were being robbed. It's the YouTube thing, D. It's what gets people views. I mean, again, I'm not going to quote people, but there has been a lot recently as well. But it's what makes the thumbnail. It's what is, and as you know, as I've been talking about a lot in either comments or in my community post, clickbait is something I've been talking about quite a lot recently in terms of me getting sucked into that whole clickbait thing where you do it. And I did change a lot of my titles to be a bit more clickbaity. And if you saw my last 2 videos, clickbait, yes. And my last 2 videos in Canterbury, they were very clickbaity. The whole thumbnail. And I was shocked. And oh my God, I can't believe I paid that in the title. But I think, to be honest, the problem is that's, in terms of me, that's not me. Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think for me, yeah, so for me, my clickbait days are done, basically. You'll notice, if you saw the 2 Canterbury thumbnails from my last car camp and titles, if you go back and check them now, you'll see they've completely changed. And actually the thumbnails and the titles are what I would call more search-based now. And I am seeing some plus results on that, from changing the titles from the clickbait to actually just keywords. I think actually at some point I might even do, I've done a little video about, I spelt it properly in the blue, correcting me. Yes, spell checker always catches me out, as Ian will know when I message him, the amount of times I get the wrong message, the wrong word, and it can be quite problematic at times. But no, but clickbait and people having these videos, that's what people want to watch. That's the hook. That's what makes people go, oh, what happened here? And it does work. I mean, the problem is it does work. Oh, no, that's actually fine, D. No, that's absolutely fine. Blair Witch type one, if that sounds familiar. But no, I mean, the thing is, I don't do it. I mean, there's different types. There's an interesting thing about clickbait. I've watched a couple of videos about it. There's one lady called, oh God, awkward, nothing to do with car camping, awkward something. But there's a couple of good videos on YouTube about clickbait and understanding different types of clickbait and how clickbait should work. And it's just, it is genuinely interesting, because it's the whole thing of fake bait. That's the thing that I don't like. It's all the kisses doing, mate. You told me to take the text low. And the kisses and the aubergines. But no, the problem with clickbait is when you enter into the realms of fake bait, as I call it, and I've said that word quite a lot. I think I said it. This was what I cut out, I think, of my rant, the fake bait. So when somebody is putting somebody up, they're putting up something in the title. Car camping, pre-pandemic in Snowdonia for 3 nights in situ. Oh, Picasso, cool. Have a Seattle now, which I think could also work, but home circumstances. I just caught the end of that, Mike. I don't know how to get a message back, but it sounded like he loves you. I do. But sorry, Mike. Yeah, so it sounds like you have the same car as Brendan Explores, is it? Brendan Explores and Adam T Outdoors, I sometimes watch. They both have, I think, Citroen Picassos, but they do look like a good size. And actually, if it's the same as I think it is, you've got the advantage of your back seats actually go flat, or you can take them out and they go flat. That's the only thing HP really does. I do. Well, I can't show you the messages to HP to show you how me and Ian really talk, and the pictures we send each other. Oh, it's amazing. But oh, you know what? I'm going to make myself a coffee. You can have a live coffee, live tutorial coffee. So guys, to make my coffee, what I do is I take out the coffee from here. I take my lovely UHT milk sachets. In fact, I couldn't not make a coffee on a live, could I really? It's the only thing I ever do on videos, make coffee. Oh, sorry, if anyone's commenting, I can't see. I'm not sure why my Fiesta is. Oh, is. So does that mean, D, that you haven't done it, or you have? Now, I know there's a 30-second delay, so I'm going to start putting this in while I wait for that reply to come back. But in terms of yourself, D, I don't know if that means you have done it or you haven't done it. But if you want to see, I want slow-mo. I'm 76. Wow. I have 2 small dogs and no one. No. Oh, cool. So you take them with. Give it a go, D. Yes, because the point is, D, if you watch Morts, let me come back down. I put myself too high. If you watch Morts, D, Morts, on YouTube, he went round Europe for 8 months. Watch Morts. If you look at Morts, you'll see what is possible. He's got a tiny Skoda Citigo. It's very small. Granted, he took out the front seat and he made a platform out of wood, but you would not believe. Yeah, absolutely. You would not believe the amount how Morts managed in such a teeny tiny car. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So absolutely. So you totally know that actually, and granted, he's taken out his seat, so it's a bit different. But at some point in time, and yeah, no, precisely. But if you look at some plot spoiler, at some point I'm going to do a car camp in my wife's car, a Nissan Micra. So you can see the title now. Yeah, Mort's a superstar. He is the stealth car. What was that? Mort is the stealth car camper king. Yeah, that's my clickbait. What was that noise? I was so scared. Do it for one night and you're hooked. Absolutely, definitely do. I mean, the point is, what you need to do is just do it. I mean, my first ever car camp, I didn't film properly. Well, no, I didn't film it. It was down in Minis Bay, so just down the road from here, Boy Racers. No, that was a motorbike. Someone trying to break in. Imagine if somebody did live right now. That would be so cool. No, not so cool. I'd get a gazillion subs. I don't want a gazillion subs though, but no, but that would be funny. It'd be funny if it actually happened when I was here. It won't, of course, but we come back to that whole conversation of whether or not those things are even real anyway. And oh, that was just my light moving. I thought that was genuinely something happening on the other side of the car. But no, I think what my little short proved, the one where, what did I call it? I got the knock. I got the knock. If you look at my shorts, you'll see I got the knock, and you will see how those kind of videos can take place. What head you talking about? In where? So rude. 1 decaf coffee. This was a leaving present from one of my jobs. I think it actually looks like me. Do you think? A little bit? Maybe? Smiley face? But yeah, but no, but clickbait is, it's effective, but for me, unless something genuinely happens, like my Boy Racer showdown meet thing, that was a little bit clickbaity, but it was true. And that's the thing. I think the secret of what makes clickbait not so bad, ramming it in Ramsgate. No, my title for today, I already know it. See, that's when you know when you're a proper YouTuber, when you know your title and your thumbnail before you've even gone to the car camp. That's the gold standard. And my title and thumbnail today is going to be nothing to do with Ramsgate. It's going to be more, well, it's the opposite of clickbait. I'm going to try happy clickbait from now on. That's my key. So my titles are all going to be happy. So I think the word happy is in my title plan for this car camp, which is simply always happy when car camping, which is true. I am always happy when car camping. And it's the complete opposite to clickbait. It's happy bait, if that's a word. If it's not a word, I've just made it up. So it can be my special word. Oh, I can't believe I'm still going. 45 minutes. Jesus, what time is it? Oh, I didn't stop my clock. I can't see the time on there either. What is the time? 8 o'clock, so it's probably 9 o'clock. Oh, I missed that message. I don't know how to get it back. Can I get it back? Top chat. Some messages are spam. all messages are visible. No, I don't know how to change it. Oh, what's going on? Not clickable. 9, 10, 24, not clickable. D. Oh, I've got a whole load of messages that just come through. Oh, it's 9:24. Oh, I totally missed those messages. Sorry. I don't know what it said, and I don't know how to get it back without doing something weird to the chat function. Actually, let me just try this. What happens if I press this? Can I scroll? Oh, I can scroll. Oh. Oh, master B8. 21, 24, not clickable. D. Sorry, let me just turn this back to top chat because that works better. Yes, so anyway, so D, the moral of the story is do it. Just, I mean, the point is, if you can lie down opposite, exactly, precisely, and this is the thing, it probably won't work. Clickbait, my sister Megan would love this car camp, or cousin Harry, lol. Yeah, true. I think you blocked it, it was rude. Oh, I didn't see something. Oh, I wonder what the hell that was. It's my UHT packet. Lovely. But yeah, so D, I think the thing is for yourself, as long as you can lie down, at least half comfortably, then I'd say just do it. I mean, what I proved in my Blue Water video, I didn't call it Blue Water, I called it Marks and Spencer's, but my budget camping one in the supermarket, the first one, not the second one, that was, the whole point of that was just going out in this Zafira without any of the stuff I normally have. So no porta potty, no lights. I didn't even use these old LED lights. I didn't have my bed. I didn't have my cooker. I didn't have my jackery. I didn't even have window covers on. I literally just parked up in a supermarket because I'm female. I'm trying to find places I feel safe. That's why I watch where other car camps go. Yeah, see, this is the thing. 10 people in chat. Woo! Yes, well, HB is your queen for knowing about places, not that she posts, but in terms of, well, that doesn't really help at all. That's a completely pointless reference. But no, totally. And I think a lot of the places I go to is they are, because they're residential. I mean, so they are safe in that respects because I'm not off the beaten track. I kind of know some people like Maltz, for example. Maltz would always, being the king of the stealth car camper, he would park in the most sketchiest, that's the wandering weird word, the most sketchiest of places. Whereas me, I'm the complete opposite. I will park roadside in a residential area. And that's why I didn't park down on the seafront just then, was because it didn't feel good down there. Or I didn't feel like I would feel comfortable. But that's the beauty of car camping over van camping. And actually, I was going to say this as on the video, but I can't now, so I'm about to say it now. Same thing, I think you get a feel for a place. Yeah, but the thing for car camping is ultimately why car camping is so good is you can park wherever you can legally park. So where I am here, it's free parking for cars 24/7. If you've got a motorhome, then you can't park here 6 till 6. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the thing as well. If you're stealth camping, then no one does know, because no one even knows you're in the car. And that's why one of the things that I do on my videos, I'll do the whole, residential areas are my preferred spots. There's always a bit of comfort, feeling like you can knock on a door. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Because you're always safe. So, and I think, to be honest, these are the kind of park ups that I do. Mostly, maybe not the one in Dymchurch, because that was a dead car park and no residential areas around, so maybe not that one. But most of the ones I do are quite... I just thought I saw something moving. What was that? I don't know what that was. How weird. Yeah, but I totally get that. But I think at the end of the day, that's the advantage of car camping. You can literally go wherever. As long as you can park your car legally, then you can car camp. And then it's just making sure that you've got all your blackouts and you're all stealthed up and no one knows you're in here. And it works a treat. But going back to, so at some point, what I'm going to do is a car camp in my wife's Micra. That's my plan. So I'm not sure when, mainly because I haven't, same as yourself do, if you're still here, that I haven't gone out to it yet to see. But if you go on YouTube and search, for example, car camping in the Micra, you can see that people have done, and I'm willing to bet you, if you do a YouTube search on car camping in a Fiesta, in fact, I think I might have even seen one. I'm not sure, but if they're, I think it's going to be possible, I'd imagine. It just depends on how flat you can lie. And if you can't lie completely flat, if you can't lie completely flat, is it doable to lie the way you want to? Yeah, no, absolutely. Pardon me, wondering where I used to watch when, probably more so when he first started than nowadays. I think I've just moved away from his style, you could say, so I'm not watching him as much, but I do dive in every now and again, and we used to communicate on you know. Yes, in fact, there's a clip I did on a video where I impersonated him when I was in Oxford, but I never used it in case people thought I was taking the mix. Yeah, he has a very good energy about him. He's very boom 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 boom, but I think in terms of if you make the comparison in terms of, say, malts, and when you look at the fact how much I like malts, then I think that's more kind of my personality. Not gonna lie. Well, you can't watch. Well, there's another Zafira camper who commented on my video recently, who is the optimistic adventurer. Ooh, mama. You're all here. You're all wondering where's front seat. Because actually, if you look at someone like Diane Schmian, I can't remember how, she's the only American that I watch. Diane Schmian, she's in my community page. She doesn't sleep flat. She sleeps in the back of a car, but the way the seats work, she's always at a jaunty angle. So it is possible to car camp. But how did you find it though, HB? How did you find not being completely flat? Is it doable, or, well, did you sleep well? That's the question, isn't it? Let's see what the time is. It is 9:30. I noticed how Wandering Rare. See, in terms of dipping in, because I kind of dip into Wandering Rare, I do know what's going on. So I've seen his. I see he finally got his power bank. He's been after one for ages. Same as Brendan, he was after one for ages. Now he's got two. He got two in a row. A Jackery 1000 and another £2.5 grand EcoFlow. And Adam got his. So that was cool. And he's got his own beanies now. I saw that. I can't remember the woman's name that makes them, but I've seen them. And if you go on that website, you can see him modelling lovely beanie hats. Oh, okay. So you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't then. If you sleep wonky, you get a bad back. If you sleep flat, you get a bad back. I bought a beanie. Excellent. What's it called again? I can't remember. I've only slept in my Fiesta once, but that was only because my missus wouldn't let me in the house. So the point is, you've slept in it, so you know you can. But was that the front seat or the back? But either way, you've slept in it. The point is, you've done it, you know you can. That's it, Granny Bays, yes. Because I saw the short as well when he was on the front with them introducing the range, and they were in the background sitting on the side. But yeah, no, absolutely. So you've slept in the D. You've slept in your Fiesta D, so you know you can. So do it. Just get out and do it. I think that's what most car campers always say in their deep and meaningful moments when things get all calm and relaxed and you go all deep, and then you say, just go out and do it. And I spent the whole night asking her to let me in, lol. Okay, but you can give it a go. Just go and do it. That's the same as Matt. It was the car or the shed. No, the funny thing about me and car camping, as you might know if you ever saw my very early tutorial videos, was my wife that got me into this. It was her thing. She was watching all the American YouTubers, looking at all the stuff on Pinterest and all of that. It was car camping was always her interest. And then by chance we realized the size of the car and actually what we could fit in it. But it was her that found these sun loungers. A lot of the stuff that I use was all her, as you'll kind of know in comments in the past or recent past when I've said, no, that was Lorraine's idea. She suggested this, she suggested that. A lot of it is her ideas. And even these hooks up here, which you can see, that's hers. And there's a table on the back of there, that's hers. These are all her ideas. But I completely lost the point now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I was saying something about the fact for just go out and sleep in your Fiesta, because it doesn't take much to do it. You don't need much, and I demonstrated that on my supermarket's stealth camp. I literally just chucked a futon in the back with a sleeping bag, and I can't remember what I ate. Oh, I see. I took a thermos and a pot noodle. You stole her dream. Yes, true, but she's trying to tell you something, mate. No, but she comes with. That's the point. She's gutted. In fact, I have told her not to watch this. I don't know if my twins are on here. Mrs. Hobbs is a design genius. She absolutely is. She absolutely is. Everything, the shelving unit beds. Household. Well, Mike, this is the thing. In a very old video in Lenham, not that you'll see it Lenham because I changed the name, but there was a video where I was due to go for a run over on the North Downs Way, and I woke up with the most killer migraine in the world. And I do get migraines anyway, so it wasn't too much of a surprise, but no amount of painkillers would get rid of it. Anyway, long story short, I think I gave myself CO2 poisoning because I then bought a CO2 monitor. And when I went car camping the month after that in Edenbridge, when I went car camping in Edenbridge, when I put my rubbish in the bin, the CO2 alarm started to go off in the car. So I know the levels got too high on those two occasions. So to be honest, I haven't really been using the cooker in the car at all. Hence I've been eating noodles so much. But I did use the cooker in the car today because of my diet change. So the noodles didn't work. But by having both windows open, well, because I've got the rain guards or the wind guards with wind deflectors on all the windows. So I've cracked both windows, and that's a nice through breeze, and I didn't have a problem with the alarm going off this time. So luckily I didn't die, I didn't kill myself, so that's always good. So the end result is, then to be honest, if you watch Wandering Where, you'll know he's the absolute king of cooking in his car, spitting chicken fajita juice all over the place and dropping stuff down the side of his bed. And that's part of what makes his videos so cool, isn't it? The absolute the hash he makes of his cooking, but he's always doing it in his car. So it is safe. You just need to make sure that you've got CO2 alarm in case, and keep your windows cracked just to allow a through breeze. It's always safer. Or you just eat pot noodles and buy a thermos, which is the other alternative, and have a jackery. That's always good as well. I'm exhausted, all this talking. Is there anything that I was supposed to be talking about or answering that I haven't? I keep wondering. 240, snap. Electric kettle blanket from it. Karma smell like KFC. Electric blanket, I don't. Have you got a sunroof mat? No, unfortunately. Someone commented on that on my last video. I don't think they're in the chat today. But yeah, someone commented on it recently to say about a sunroof, and that would be awesome. If I could, if I had one there, it would be absolutely blinding. But I don't. But no, so the Jackery 240 mic, sorry. I don't know. I've never used one. It depends on the, I suppose it depends on what the wattage is, isn't it? I mean, the Jackery can do 150 watts comfortably, I think it is, and it has a burst of 200 watts, I think, if that's right. So it's possible. I mean, it depends on what else you use the Jackery for, I suppose, as to if it's going to drain it. Because the problem is, I find the 240 is good for what I use it for. So charging my batteries in my GoPro and my camera and my phone, and the kettle it's even good for. But the kettle really canes it. So the kettle will do 30% on a full boil from cold. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go, Mike. So it is. So you're looking at, the problem is you're then looking at the much more expensive jackeries. Right, ladies and gents, I'm off. Thank you very much for coming, Dee. And make sure you comment to let me know when you do your Fiesta car camp. I need to know. Do I use it for 5 hours? Okay, cool. And the wattage on your power pack HB is a lot more than the 240. I think, if I remember rightly, yours is something like 400 watts or 500 watts. So it's a lot more than what the little 240 is. Thanks for coming. In fact, I can't believe I've still got 9 people here. You've been here for an hour. 61 minutes. What else am I going to film? I've done all my talking now. So yeah, this is the advantage. So the advantage of going out to get my yes, a 500. This is the thing. The 500 watt ones are so much better because you can power or anything over the 240 really. And I think that's why some people moan about the 240 as being too expensive. Would you ever do a car camp meetup? Well, I do have people, the likes of Ian, who's here. So Ian and Dean's Destinations, I know we've mentioned a few times about doing something at some point, whether it's a thing like what everyone does, so the camp creator events. My bladder knows it's been and by. But yeah, no, at some point it would be nice to meet people. There's a lot of YouTubers who I speak to outside of YouTube, outside of comments, so on in Instagram or WhatsApp or Messenger. So there's quite a few people who I talk with. So it would be nice. I know I said you. It would be nice to put names to faces at some point. It's going to be a very strange experience though when you actually see someone who you've either only messaged or seen someone talking at you indirectly. But it does need to be done. I do need to do it because it's just the problem is even things like camp creators, in terms of the cost of petrol and everything else now, camp creator for me is a good 2.5 hours away. So petrol cost for that is quite astronomical. And I don't want to sound like one of those YouTubers like, oh, I would go to camp creator, but oh God, it's so much money. I don't know how I'm going to afford it. If you know what I mean, that's my I'm going off into my little rant land again, aren't I? When I get my little hat off and start saying, oh, I can't afford this. I can't afford it. But no, yes, that's a very long way of saying at some point in time, I will have to or will meet up with people. I suspect it'll be the likes of Ian and Dean, first of all. We've been talking about it for a while, just haven't quite managed for that to go anywhere other than a conversation. But we shall. Very good, James. Very good. Nice reference. Like it. Give me a shout when you're in Norwich. Yes, definitely. Definitely. HB. I mean, Norfolk is such a cool place. I mean, as you know, we've been there once, two YouTube videos there. Once with the family in the what's it called, with the booking.com place, and then once with Lorraine as well. But definitely that's love Norfolk. It's where we want to move to eventually. But yes, my 35p a day, if I save my 35p a day, that will eventually pay for it. You can all fit in Dean's van. Yes, and as you all know who've watched Dean's, he can fit 3 people in his van. But yeah, I think we could have some serious fun actually. I would imagine whenever people do hello, I hope you do have the good time. Nice car, thank you, from Bogota. Oh wow, Colombia. Hello, Colin from Colombia. That's so cool. It's always interesting to see where people come from or where my viewers are, because on YouTube stats it does tell you, it gives you an idea. So I think I've been hitting quite a lot of the USA recently, but I've never heard Colombia, so welcome. I completely forgot my thread. No, yes, so in terms of doing a meetup, I think if I ever did or we ever did, we would have to take the mick out of each other for YouTubing. the amount of people I see meeting up and they take it too seriously. So you'll have somebody, let me find it, yeah. So you've got somebody doing something here and you're like, okay, right, oh wow, yeah, look, and there you go, you're doing this, yeah, great. Well, I think if I ever did it, it would have to be a complete P-take of YouTubers YouTubing, just the whole thing, because that's funny. Well, it is in my land, but yeah, at some point, definitely. I see why you're saying I like to talk. I just like don't stop talking. First person to brandish a camera pays everyone petrol costs. Yes, that's it. An anti-YouTube meet. And I don't YouTubing. Absolutely. Don't often drive down to South London and fuel now. Yeah, no, it is, Mike. Fuel cost is astronomical. I mean, it's slightly better than what it was before. Cheeky chap. I almost slept in my car right outside the Haven Holiday Home. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's exactly where we car camped. That's exactly where we car camped. In the if you look at my the one where me and the wife will walk. There's two with me and my wife where we've car camped. If you watch the first one, that's where we car camped. I watched my video. Red is a nice car. It looks comfortable. Oh, cool. Thank you, Colin. No, it is. It is a very comfortable car, considering it is a family car. It is a great camper car, and I think that's what so many comments actually I have, certainly from tutorials. Flaming hell, you are very close. So where are you, CA? Oh no, you're up that way. Nice one, Mandy. See, it's a shame there's a 30-second delay, because then I'm not going to get an instant. So where is everyone? I'm Leicester. Ah, man, you see, I should say this, shouldn't I? So where is everyone from? Well, I know HB's in Norfolk. Ian, Leicester. Mike, it just flashed up, but I've forgotten already. Hertfordshire, cool. We've got Colin in Bogota. He's winning the battle at the minute in terms of the most furthest away. North London. In fact, if you're going over to, oh no, it's Isle of Grain, because Jason Statham was on the Minster Bridge the other day, they'd shut it down. Luckily he's not there now, so they finished filming, so you won't have a problem getting there. Sorry, I misread your comment. See, I can't easily scroll up. You could put mental keen IKEA. Oh, right, cool. South London as well. So we've got North London, South London, Hertfordshire, Columbia, Leicester, Norfolk. Actually, let me see. I can scroll up. Let me scroll up. Live chat. Where's it? Just reading. And use the facilities. Mike's in Northants. There you go. Yeah, petrol, stupid costs. It is stupid costs. Love Norfolk. Norfolk's the absolute best. If you haven't seen my family video, CA, there's one I did a few months ago, where myself and the kids and the whole family did a week in North Norfolk. It's lovely. Did loads of nice places. Hunstanton. Complete mental mind fart on everywhere that we went. It's in the video. Bogota puts a bit of a spanner in the works. It does. But it's cool. It's good to see the range. It's always interesting to see where people come from. Oh, cool. Corby. I used to have friends that lived in Corby. You just see me dribbling coffee. It's very nice. That light turned off. Cool. I can just like totally leave you all to chat to yourselves, and I can just sit here and watch. So is the stream actually working well? Your ends? Is it actually coming through okay? It's not doing the whole Teams thing where I'm freezing or going robotic? It's all working well. Oh, open the stream. Cool. Excellent. Ah, so cool. I've literally only got. You paid us very well to come and watch. Excellent. Well, I'm so pleased that so many. I can't believe so many people have stayed here for so long. It keeps going up. It kind of goes up, goes down, but so many. You've been here for like an hour, over an hour, 71 minutes and 36 seconds. I've been talking for. Cool. No, actually, no, it works well. Okay, well, that's good to know. So, well, who knows? This might become a, no, it can't be a regular theme every time because, yeah, the delay is shame. Yeah, I paid Mike. No, I think I understood what he was trying to say, but my brain's moved on for that comment now, and I can't remember what he said. But no, I think now I know it works. And now I know people will actually come and stay and chat. I will do these every now and again. Not every time that I go, and certainly oh, I get it now, right? Because yes, it makes sense. Sorry, my brain is as slow as HB's. Clearly, yes. In terms of you all staying so long, I paid him. Yes, I've actually paid 9 out of the 10 people to be here, so I paid for 5 of those likes too. So thanks everybody. He said you paid us to watch. I know it's like being drunk and everyone's mishearing what everyone's saying. What you say? What? I didn't say this. No, you said that. But no, it's pretty cool. But yeah. So I will do, and I think the way these work is that they sit in a different playlist. I think so. It'll be interesting to see how that works. But the thumbnail picture, if you saw it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the thumbnail is actually what I just took. So that was the view down from the other part that was more scary for parking. It's lovely. It was lovely outside, clearish, massive moon, Venus next to it. You can see Mars over there, bright red dot in the sky, but it's very nice. It's still not that cold either, actually. I've still got that window open, and yeah, not bad at all. Temperature, how are we doing temperature-wise? Temperature-wise, we are 14 degrees. So if anything, it's getting warmer. And that's the thing that I always say with the Zafira, that you keep yourself warm, basically. It's your own body heat. So just a jumper and you're fine. So do you have a real pot noodle? No. Right, so, 2 questions. So, I don't, oh my God, 3 questions, oh no. Oh, I'm scared to try. No, so Mike, I didn't have a real pot noodle because this is an absolute plot spoiler for the video. I'm back on keto diet. So keto diet basically means no carbohydrates. So I couldn't have a pot noodle today. I know you're all going to miss it. And I know that's why you all watch me, because you all just like seeing my pot noodle, longing for me to have a genuine pot noodle. So the fact that you've said that makes me laugh even more to myself, because I was thinking about making a joke about that at some point, but now you've totally stolen it. No, so tonight was stove, and I even had vegetables. Can you believe it? A bit of broccoli, some mushrooms. I did have a canned stuff, which is just about okay on keto. A bit of chicken and white rice, no, chicken and white sauce with some broccoli and mushrooms, and it was very nice, I must be said. Hence, I've got the carbon monoxide alarm. I've not used a stove in here for a long time. But I think it was Mandy that asked the plan for tomorrow. Well, what today is, this is what I'm doing today is in effect what my plan for this channel always was. So my original plan for this channel was always that I would go for a car camp and then a run the next day. So the first vlog I ever did was those. The first one I ever filmed was the Surrey one. So that's now got a new title of I went stealth car camping in my Zafira, I think. And it says at the top of the thumbnail, my first vlog. But that was when I did an ultra marathon down in Surrey. Now, Minis Bay, which was my first ever one. Thank you, Greg. Minis Bay, the first one I ever did, that I didn't film that. That was my first ever car camp. But that I took photos, so I did a P-log, as I called it. So the Minis Bay one, that was a marathon. I ran in Minis Bay. Then I did the ultra in Godalming. And then I think the next couple after that, I did runs as well. But then the runs started to peter off. Although they kind of come and they go. It depends on what's going on for me and if I've got to get back home in the morning, because the kids have Chinese lessons, and because I always car camp on a Friday because my wife works on a Saturday morning, so it works out perfectly for me to be out at this time. So because of family, I've not been able to do the runs in the morning as much as I had been, as you might have noticed. And also what I've noticed, whenever I do put in a run in a video on, I can't show you it because it's on the phone, but we get a graph that shows us how much people watch your videos. And if you imagine my retention line is doing this for a video, as soon as you hit the running part, it does this, because people don't like watching my running videos. They don't like watching the running part of my runs. They don't like watching the running part of my videos. So I think that's kind of why the whole brutal edit came about, was I was pandering to YouTube and thinking what people like to watch. And that's why we've had a lot of the conversations recently in the community about the extended edits, or because I always end up doing extended edit because I film so much, but I don't use it in the main edit because I cut so much out of it. So I am reverting more back to my old style. Maybe not 20-minute, 30-minute videos. I think that's quite long. I mean, I find watching 20, 30-minute videos quite hard at the best of times. So no, but there will be, sort of wandered off the point, haven't I? I've started talking about video style. I think walks better to watch. Yes, I mean, the thing is, walks is, that's in the Surrey video, actually, the first one, I did both. As still can be for most people. And I get that comment quite a lot, Greg, actually, to be honest. People say that a lot in terms of the setup I've got, the car I've got, and where I go. It's all about, it's easy. Where I go is easy. I choose places that, I think someone said that quite recently, that, in fact, almost that exact might have even been yourself. Running myself. No, sorry, I've kind of gone massively off the point. The point was, what I'm doing tomorrow is a run. So I'm camping in Ramsgate because the run is literally outside my car. So it is a 4.2, well, basically it's a 6-hour challenge event, which in the past would mean I would have ran the whole 6 hours, and I would have probably done an ultra marathon in that time. But as you've probably seen in either my shorts or my little videos or parts of my main videos, my running prowess has not been very good recently because, pardon me, in terms of had an injury at my plantar fasciitis. Pardon me, it's the coffee repeating on me. My plantar fasciitis started to play up. My tendonitis started to play up. And when they started to play up, I can't run. So I had to stop running completely for a few weeks. And then I got COVID a month ago, and I'm still suffering the after effects of, well, what we're calling medium COVID, or what most people say is normal for COVID, just to be completely tired for weeks afterwards. So all of that has had a massive impact on my running. So normally, if I was doing a challenge event, 6 hours, you would have to pick my floor. Yes, but this is the thing, like, I could do that. So I've run 40 miles. That's the maximum that I've run. Is it 40 or 44? It's either 40 or 44. I can't remember. I'm getting tired now. But yeah, I've done 40 or 44 miles. Ultra is the furthest that I've ever run in one go. But tomorrow, in reality, half a marathon is my target. So that's 3 laps, 3 4-mile laps. That's my target. That's what I would like to do. But I don't know if I will be able to. My tendon's starting to play up again. I can feel it. And I've still got the aftermath of COVID, to be honest. And I've only been running 5Ks for the past couple of weeks still. That is a maniac. winter coming up. Tips on staying warm camping without diesel heaters would be great. I have a course in December, so for cold heights. I think I got it. Basically, I spoke about this at the start, Greg, and actually on my last video, the extended edit of Canterbury, there's a short section where I actually answered that question, because HB answered that question. HB recommended that as a tutorial topic, how I keep warm in my car. And I only say it in brief because everyone who's been here from the start has heard me say this quite long already. Basically, the best tips I have for staying warm is decent sleeping bag. So I've got a Van Gogh one that goes down to 8 degrees to 8 to 20 degrees Celsius is the age range. 8 to 20 degrees is the temperature range it covers. That's cool. So I've got a Van Gogh sleeping bag, 8 to 20 degrees Celsius. My window covers are cardboard covered in weed fabric, both sides, and I think that acts as a very good window insulator. And then I have the blackout curtain that goes across there. You can't see it because it's too dark, but I've got the blackout curtain behind me. And to be honest, I think the blackout curtain and the window covers on all the windows ends up insulating the car itself and my body weight ultimately too. But I do have a blanket on my bed as well. I never need it, but to be honest, my whole thing of staying warm is very easy. It's simple. I've never been cold in the car. I know people have diesel heaters, but they're more vans, so they're larger, I suppose, so it's a larger space. Although Ian has one in his I've seen, but I don't know if you have actually used yours, Ian. I don't think I've ever seen you using it in a video. No condensation. Condensation is always a problem, CA, to be honest. I don't think anyone has a solution to how to avoid it. I mean, even with we bought those wind deflectors, so we've got wind deflectors on all the windows, and we thought that would solve it, but it doesn't. The only thing that solves condensation is when it's warm. Have you insulated the door panels? No, my car is literally, as a car, I don't know, mate, but it's sweet to outside 20. Yeah, absolutely. But no, Mike, basically my car is literally factory. The only thing I've done, I literally just put my stuff in the car. That's it. I go from car to camper in 5 seconds. I've done no work to the car other than cut a hole in the ceiling to put the window pole in up there. That's the only thing I've actually done to this car. Otherwise, it is just normal. I think it's just, or either that I'm just a very warm person. I don't feel the cold. It's plausible, I suppose. But yeah, I've never really been cold other than in the middle of the night when I wake up, but then I just get under the sleeping bag and that's fine. Jesus. I think I'm going to have a cut-off for this at some point, otherwise, because I've got to get up early for my run. And I didn't anticipate. I thought this would last 5 minutes. I literally thought this would last 5 minutes. I thought no one would come, and I'd be a Billy No Mates awkwardly sitting by myself. So it's cool. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. That's not me ending right now. I'm going to end soonish, though, I think. So I can't believe you've all stayed here for so long. This is so cool. I need a better sleeping bag. Yes, Greg, definitely. Look, let me say, the one that I've got is just a Van Gogh one. So that is, I said it before, what is it called? A Van Gogh Ember. 8 tog, 8 degrees to 20 degrees, 2 season, single layer. And that has been fine for me. 1 AM is the worst for cold. Yeah, I think that must be it, because that's when I always wake up in the night. I mean, most times I don't even sleep in the sleeping bag. I have to go over. Cool. Thank you very much for joining, CA. It's been lovely to have you here. Thank you. But yeah, no, definitely get a good sleeping bag. Good sleeping bag, good insulation on the windows, a decent, something proper to cut you off from the front, and you're insulating yourself, I think is, I don't know what that's, oh, it's a bye. Is that, oh, that's Manny saying goodbye to CA. But yeah, I think that seems to work quite well. Well, it certainly works well for me. And I think, to be honest, most car campers that you see, I don't think I've ever seen. Problem is, most car campers on YouTube are a bit different to me. I do a lot in the car. It's always been a feature of my car camps, and I think that's what people, you want to see what's going on inside the car. But I tend to find a lot of car campers, with the exception of Maltz, don't tend to show an awful lot in their car. It's more about going out and doing stuff. Whereas I think I'm the opposite. I do a walk, either a walk and or a run. But like the Canterbury video, we went for a tour around Canterbury. Actually, we did two that day, didn't we? We walked around Canterbury first of all when I got there in the bit of light we had, and then did the North Downs Way in the morning. But how have I got to start in talking about this? But sorry. Evening all. Subvids. Hello, Subvids. This is a new name I haven't seen before. This is cool. I'm liking this. People who I don't normally see comment are commenting. I like it. Oh, well, welcome, subs. Although you are coming to the end of what has been a epic Matt talking for 86 minutes solid. Anyone would think I like the sound of my own voice. Oh, leaning back doesn't help, does it? Because I can't see my pesky eyes are too rubbish. So I've got to lean forward like this so I can see the comments as they come in. But yeah, have I answered everything? I think I've answered everything that people have been saying. Installation. I mean, I am going to do a separate little tutorial, I think, of the installation thing, although you already know what I'm going to say now. But that that will have a funny thumbnail. It will be me with a electric heater sitting in the car saying, how to keep warm. And it's complete bullshit. Oh, I about to say a rude word there. Channel for a while, just about to do. Oh, sweet. Oh, I'm loving this. Cool. So okay, so we've done the whole where people are subvids. Where are you located? The current record we've got for this chat so far is Bogota. So Bogota in Colombia, but where are you subvids? And what car you got? Where are you planning on car camping? I know there's a 30-second delay. It's just the awkward bit where I have to wait. I'm getting kudos on my Strava afternoon walk. In the faraway land of Manchester. Well, with the exception of Colombia in Bogota, you are the furthest, I think, out. I think, yeah. Ah, Galaxy, awesome. Well, I'm guessing I don't need to say you've been watching Will's Whereabouts, the king of the Ford Galaxy. In fact, the Galaxy is much better than the Zafira because you've got a lot more headroom. Well, at least it looks like there's a lot more headroom when I used to watch Will's videos. So have you all everything you need? You got all your bits and bobs? You've all sorted? Yes, absolutely. Oh. So, oh. Oh. Yeah, I am waning now a bit, people. I must say, I keep fidgeting. It's not the most comfortable place to sit for an extended period of time. I should have thought about more of this and set it up on the bed or something, and I could have chilled out. I'll get everything cool. So, are you like me in terms of it's a regular car, another Galaxy Manchester, I mean. But no, so you've got everything that you need. You've got all your kit. Oh no, you just said you haven't got everything. Jesus Christ, that was fast. I like having a camper inside. Yep. To be on so long. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, Ian. Not at all. I literally thought it'd be 5 minutes. I thought no one would be here. Not at all. It's literally taken up the whole evening. I'm going to have to go to bed soon. I could like use the porta potty live. Show you how it works. That's a bit too personal though. bad match on the club. No, it isn't bad. It's just I'm sitting on my ass. Oh, in the back of a car. No. See, I don't know what no that was now. That's too long ago. Thought you were sitting on it. No, the bed's here. I'm sitting in the do it live poo cam. You can see the thumbnail now. Live potty cam. It just sounds like we're going into some, I think a lot of people here watch Wandering Where. So Wandering Where in his only feet, I can be only porta potty fans. You can be the first. I'll release a special on Patreon. You can give me super thanks. Oh, there's me going all ranty again. But no, I'm sitting on the floor of the car, Mike. This is how I normally film, basically. So I either film by sitting on the chair, the folded chair, which is here, but that doesn't work too well. But this is my normal, because the vlogging, I can't even show you the vlogging camera because this is on the same tripod. Oh dear. Oh, but no, so I'll come back down to this level. But yes, in hindsight, next time we do this, I will set it up in a much more comfortable way. So, yeah, but I never envisaged being here for 90 minutes. Jesus, 90 minutes. Well, I think it's worked well. Anyone tried Army surplus stuff for car camping? I'm going next week to a store. I suppose, you know, someone, oh no, Flying Haggis, I can't remember what the whole name is. I subscribe to someone called Flying Haggis. He does bushcraft and stuff, but he does trial army surplus things, but that's not for car camping. He used to car camp in the Zafira, but he trials it, but that's not for car camping. I suppose there's no reason why some army surplus stuff wouldn't be good. I mean, I wouldn't want to use one of those army gaslight brick things in your car though, but certainly stuff like they're going to have probably some decent quality sleeping bags, some blankets, cutlery, crockery, all that kind of stuff, and maybe even a bivvy toilet type thing. So I'm sure you'll definitely find stuff in there that will be useful, I would have thought. But for me personally, menno. That's it. That's the one. Yeah. Flying Haggis Films. He's had 2 Zafiras and he's saving up for his 3rd. But Flying Haggis is cool. I like his videos. They're very chill. And we're going back to that whole conversation of the kind of people that I like to watch, which are the more chilled out ones like Maltz and Flying Haggis. What stuff with the cold? His haka. Yeah. Definitely. So his most recent one of his most recent ones, going for a run with his dog. It's well cool, with a pack on actually too. So that's probably hardcore, running with the pack. Not me, no. Well, people, I think at 93 minutes and at 10:15. I think I need to wrap this up. I think my voice literally is tired. I've not talked so long. Scotland, the guy's a hero. He absolutely is. But no, but I'm going to have to, I need to wrap this up, people. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And thank you, Sub. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, HB. I know you're about to say it, so I'm going to say thank you as well. And to everybody else who was here, who had to leave. So CA, I think Mandy, I think you've gone. CA, Mandy, D, James, everyone that's been here for the duration, thank you very much. I honestly didn't expect people to come in. So I've got messenger messages coming as well. Ooh, I don't press that because I might lose my screen. Thank you. So yes, it's been awesome. But now I actually have to carry on talking because I've got to finish doing stuff for the vlog now. So, although I am going to eat my pork scratchings first. My Tesco, my Co-op acquirement. Co-op didn't have the phone cable I needed, but they did have pork scratchings. So I'm going to eat some porky scratchings and then I'm going to do some more talking to the camera. But I'm going to talk about this now to the camera. How weird is that? But yes, thank you very much, everybody. And say potty cam on the video. I will. I will. I'm going to put it in there because then people have to watch the whole video to find where it's said and what I'm talking about. Only potty cam. Only potty cam? Only porta potty cam. That's got a good ring. No. But then that sounds too much like one wondering where. And it sounds like I'm copying him. What was the name of that diet again? Keto. basically, it's the keto diet, Keto. What I'm going to say in the vlog, actually, and this is preempting that, is I'm actually going to say on the vlog, if anyone's, because I do diet videos. I haven't done one recently, but I did my Fitness Pal and my potty and my potty. Well, that's and my potty. Well, that would be a great thumbnail for that type. You're getting me all talking again. Stop it. No, but in terms of Mike, if you're interested in keto, then I can happily do a little 5-minute video on what keto is, and I'm going to say that in the vlog. Actually, if anyone's interested, because I don't mind doing little diet ones. They don't tend to be the most popular, but then to be honest, I don't really care. So no, if you're interested in knowing what keto is, I can quite happily give a little run through of what it is. I think my family have worked out that I am vlogging live. I think it's for an hour. Yes, they are. So my family are having a messenger conversation about the fact that I am YouTubing live for an hour. I'd like to see keto. Cool. Okay. So definitely I will do one. So is any of my family here? Are you in any of the 6? Anybody? Of course, we've got the 30-second delay. Yeah, do the lead keto. Yeah, cool. No, I shall do, because it is an interesting diet. I mean, like I say, it's not one that I would do long term. Actually, people are joining, so I'm guessing it's my family joining now. Who is it? Who's here? Emma, Sharon, Keith, Mum, Dad. Show your face. But no, but keto it's a good diet, and some people do it long term. I wouldn't. The longest I've ever done it is 3 months, and it is effective. It's very effective at losing weight. It doesn't feel like it should be health. It doesn't feel like it should be good for you eating high fat. So you have double cream. I've been having UHT milk only because they're going to go out of date otherwise. But you have double cream in your coffee. You have full fat everything. You use oil, unlimited eggs, bacon, stuff. But no, I will do a video on it. I'll add it to my little list of tutorials, but it'll be quite a short video. But I'll maybe film some kind of meals I make just to give you an idea what it is. So cool. Okay, there you go. There's another tutorial idea. But right, I need to stop talking and I need to scoot off. So for my second attempt, I'm going to try to say goodbye and scoot off. I don't even know how to end I think I just pressed the cross up there. So, right, okay, this is it. This is me going, people. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for commenting, and for everybody who was here that's now gone already. Thank you for messaging and taking part in my first ever live at 1 hour and 40 minutes long. It's been a success. So thank you very much, everyone. My finger's going to the cross. Take care. Have a good weekend. And this video, this is my sister, by the way. Samadhi Yoga. Yeah, sorry, this is, I kind of didn't tell anybody that I was doing it, because in fact, I specifically told Lorraine not to come on. I know, because it would have made me even more embarrassed to know family and Lorraine was even here. So you've come just at the end. But yes, thank you everyone for joining. And I'll be doing the run tomorrow. And knowing me, my videos tend to come out quite quickly. So you might have it for the customary 6 o'clock and me. No, but I deliberately didn't tell that. I deliberately didn't tell family and you and Lorraine or everybody. I didn't want anybody to know that I was doing this, because it would have made me nervous. Oh, and you, would have made you nervous. Sorry, proper jabbling. Now I can't even say words properly. 100 minutes. 100 minutes I've been here for. Right, I'm going. So, yes, I will carry on talking to the vlogging camera now and carry on with the normal vlog. So, until next time, it feels weird doing this live. Until next time, take care. Night, everyone. See you later. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much.